Riding back on a shuttle from the airport a few years ago, my storytelling partner James and I sat right behind a little girl who was a talker. From the minute she sat down, she began talking about her adventures in Denver, about her brother, about her flight, what she did on vacation, what she ate, where she lived, all about her schools, all of her activities, whether she liked dance more than she liked piano lessons. She was considering cheerleading. She wasn't sure. Several times her mom looked and said, "I am so sorry. Shh, don't talk." But she just kept on talking. When we were down to only them and us on the shuttle, her mom said, "I am so sorry." And she turned and said, "You know what? I just love to talk. Talking is my favorite thing, and I have a lot to talk about." Well, I knew where she was coming from. I told her, "You know what? We're really lucky. We have a job where people pay us to talk. Can you imagine?" And she said, "Oh, that is so cool. So what do you do? Are you comics?" I'm thinking about, I might be a stand-up comic. I'd really like telling funny stories. I think I could tell jokes like that. What do you do that people pay you money to talk? And we talked about being professional storytellers and that we could go to lots of different places, parties, schools, assemblies, churches, little kids, grandparents, everywhere. People love stories, and people would pay us money to learn stories and tell stories and listen to other people and help other people tell stories. We had a long conversation about stories, the kind of stories we tell. She wanted to know if we ever told any really bloody death stories. This was from a not quite 8-year-old. Well, we talked about that wasn't exactly our style, but we did sometimes tell some stories that were scary or not too scary. And did she think, well, she sometimes wondered if ghosts could actually kill people. Not the kinds that we've run into, we didn't think. James also talked about when he was younger, when he was a little kid, actually, that his mom hired a magician to give him lessons to learn how to do magic tricks, because he knew right then that he wanted to be a paid entertainer. And he, as an elementary school kid, would do birthday parties as a magician. Well, it was pretty fun. And as we left, the mother asked for our business card. We laughed. But I also felt the responsibility that we have as role models for the children who may have heard, as I heard on nearly every elementary school report card and parent-teacher conference, Patti is a little too social. Patti talks too much to her neighbor. Little did those teachers know that someday I would be paid, sometimes quite handsomely, for talking. And isn't that grand? So for all those kids who talk and love to talk, keep on talking.